Oh, it's working. Okay. Yay. Where's my Zoom? Come on. And get out of that thingy. My goodness, my computer is being very feeble. Here we go. Got it. The content of this meeting is consent to share. Yes. Okay. I think it worked again. And I think it's 3 o'clock according to my phone, 3:01 according to my computer, Eastern Standard Time. This is office hours, and I've been I I have not planned much for this office hours. But the theme of this season is rider position in preparation for the release of Class 108, which is 108 rider position, the seat or the educated seat. What is an educated seat? I think that might be a good thing for me to talk about. Now, someone could phone in, but I don't know if they will today or not. And as for housekeeping and schedules and things, the way that I planned this Wednesday office hours for myself to get my feet wet was that I'm keeping it kind of unplanned and not telling everybody about it. Not even, I mean, I think I haven't even told half the people on my schedule about it. I've probably said it and mention, in passing, but I haven't like said, hey, meet on 3 o'clock on Wednesdays or phone in. I haven't planned in that manner. And the reason why is this, is that I don't know how to do computers, and I didn't know how to do computers at all. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to be on Facebook. I didn't want to do YouTube. I didn't want to make videos unless they were sale videos. I didn't believe in teaching online. I didn't want to do this. I didn't think it would work. And I mainly didn't, a lot of it is because I knew that there were some people online with teaching programs, but I knew that nobody was writing better for it. And I didn't understand the technology well enough to know how I could translate my education, which is from the textbook. It's not from the textbooks, that is confirmed by the textbooks. How could that be given to you guys? But then I had a lot of prodding, and I got kicked with spurs for repeatedly. And I realized I could illustrate what I knew and what the masters told us to do, and I could have it confirmed by the masters and demonstrate it. And, I think I made videos for like 2 or 3 years before I could do a voiceover. I mean, that's how green I was. Why I bring this up, we're all green at things, okay? We all don't know how to do things. And this computer stuff is technology. I wanted to get myself accustomed with the live streaming thing before I start, wasting other people, rider trainers' time to phone in or have a discussion if I wasn't even on the thing. So that's a lot of my reason. So I would just be more accustomed with, because you have to click and then you wait. It's not just a one button. Same with the horses. So if you're gonna, let's say you're gonna ride a half canter half pass with a flying change at B. Let's say you're going from the center line to B, half pass a flying change. It's not just boom, boom, boom. It's a turn. It's a straight, then it's a turn onto the diet, then it's all the everything that goes into arranging the travers on the line and the and in a way, I've had to do that with this. And if office hours and me having more presence on YouTube it's gonna develop like a horse. And I'm just like, oh, opening rein, oh, halt, boom. I am not, now I feel comfortable. And in my mind, I was giving myself the summer and autumn officially ends September 21st. So in my mind, that's kind of how I've been thinking about this autumn semester or autumn season or phase. And what a great time for riding is autumn, right? It's so wonderful. And the horses all feel good and the youngsters are starting, and even the babies usually have their first initial starting phase or the breaking in phase just the first few weeks of autumn. They come in from the summer, they find out what it's like to be in a stable and to get groomed and tacked up every day with, and they maybe do 100 days the season, and they just get started. They learn about being get made ready, they learn lunging, they're back, they probably at the end of 100 days are walk, trot, canter, and then they go back out. This is the youngsters, like the 3-year-olds. And then the year that they're 4, they go back out and live the whole rest of the year until the next summer's over, like little hoodlums out in the pastures and the wilds with their comrades. And then they come in for their 4th year already knowing. I'm kind of rambling here, but I kind of want the license to do that because there is so much to know about the horse world and that I've been in for so long. So I'm going to share them by some rambling. I'm going to share it with some rambling. Anyway, but anyway, this is very well planned. So the horses just think it's a delightful, look, we're in school, oh, we go back out, they have all this freedom, but this is very planned. And so I have also prepared my transition onto YouTube. I'm not going to totally abandon Facebook because I've got with the no new content policy, I've got plenty of stuff there, but I do want to tell people this. I am very generous on Facebook, and I have been very generous. And I know it. But what I do share on Facebook, you can get ideas and be inspired, but it is not real teaching. It is not education. It is not training. And it isn't me making clickbait, but it is just an introduction or an idea. You really do have to get your feet wet and get into it. And I want that. And anyway, when I was talking about me making videos or making the education program, the video program, the lesson program, the prerequisites before training, I didn't know it was possible, and it's never been done. And there's nothing else like it online. There is nothing like the program I assembled online. You will understand riding. Even if you just do the first 5 classes, you will understand. You will be able to see what's right. And if you don't immediately know, what's going on, you will know how to find out. Then the rest of the classes through 112, which the graduation is the warm-up, 112, class 112. That's going to be an educated rider and way more educated than most professionals. I would really like it if in the near future, more novice riders say to themselves, I want to be trained by someone who knows, who 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 knows the way. I was thinking about this today. There are so many, one friend of mine calls them charlatans. Two friends of mine call them charlatans. If there is another legit online learning program for riding on the internet, I will tell you. Now, I like Anya Barron. I like and respect. And Verndl's are good. But I think my program would make you more ready for Verndl's. I'm just thinking in my mind. Ingrid Klimka, but she does have a program, and yeah, I would say any content from her is worth studying, not just viewing. And the idea of studying is important. Studying and practice is not a part of the horse world's vernacular right now, but it was in the vernacular of the dead masters who wrote our instructions. In fact, Saumur, which, I mean, how more classical can you get than Saumur in 1912? Come on. Saumur says, which is also what Fort Riley says, that the riding way, the way we ride, the forward straight riding, must be studied and practiced. Then it is mastered. Study and practice. So we start with study and then we practice. We don't practice crap we haven't read yet. We practice what we've been briefed on. All right, this is sort of policy for this program. And there's about 20 rider trainers who are well into 108 and really training now. But many of you who may watch this are curious about the program, and I'm not going to market it the way other programs have been marketed, and I'm not going to tell you who's in it right now. I think you're going to know, but I'm not doing that. I've never been one to kiss and tell. The program is not going to be, what do they call it? It's not going to be legitimized socially. It's going to be proven by the riding, by the output, by the horses that are being ridden by riders and trainers who go through this program. That's the evidence. That social proof. It's riding proof. It's way of going proof. It's not social proof. I could give a shit. Okay, so that's been a little bit of a ramble, and I'm giving myself license for it, especially before September 21st. And I am going to talk about rider position a little bit. And I think I'm going to talk about why Major Lindgren's first rule is navigar necesse est. He said it in Latin when I was, he uses Latin, but when I was very stupid, he would speak in Latin. And what navigar necesse est means is that navigation is necessary. And the rider's eye in riding may be the most overlooked feature in the rider's seat in the horse world learning du jour. I was at WEC last time I was at WEC when there were hunters there, I went for breakfast. I probably saw 150 or 200 horses in, however many rings that morning. The trainers weren't in the war. They couldn't hit the middle of the fence. Then the fence was like 2.9. And I was astonished. And that is the top of a sport there at WEC. That's a circuit. That's the best we've got. Now, but why does sighting a line matter? Okay, it's obvious why it matters in jumping, even though it wasn't obvious to them. And from class 104, and understanding the line of travel in the gymnasticizing system of horse training, as spelled out by Steinbrecht and Podolsky, and then in Major Lindgren's exercises. And every other, I mean, if you really read between the lines, line of travel, it's the bottom line. Steinbrecht, how many times does he say straight line and curve lines in that section on the hindquarters and in that section on start getting the horses going and the way of going? I don't know. He constantly is referencing straight lines and curved lines. So that is the 104 reason why we have to use our eye. And there's a proprioception. Our eyes inform our brain. And the horses can start to feel where we're looking. And I also believe that the horses know if we're not really paying attention to where we're going. And I believe it either makes them think, well, why should I bother trying if she's not even looking where we're going? Or it makes them terrified and frantic and worried. They can tell if we're not really planning and looking. But this is like a free thing. So it's pretty common knowledge, standard. It's kind of forgotten, but I mean, any pony clubber, anyone knows ear, shoulder, hip, heel, eyes ahead, heads up. I mean, where does that phrase heads up come from? When our eye is not just looking through the ears, when our eye is actually looking and planning and navigating and seeing, it automatically solves most issues and faults with the equitation in the upper body of the rider. It's just a freebie. So how much easier is it to just make the habit of, I'm going there, there's my spot, I'm going there, I'm now going there, I'm going to go there and there and there and there. There, see, I'm up in I'm not slouching around because I'm literally looking. I'm not pretending to look. I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to make a half circle, and then I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to make a half pass there, go around there. So, I mean, already my position is ideal only from looking. So, okay, I talked for 20 minutes. We didn't have a caller today, but I am going to start planning with people for calling. And those of you who I've spoken with, you are welcome to call, and you can interrupt me because I'm just going to talk about subjects unless there's a call. And you don't have to call at the beginning. Like, you can call while I'm talking and I will change to the subject you are calling on. And for those of you watching who are not training in the program, callers are only people that have done their homework, who have gone through the list of material that you can have the list anytime you want. And that is definitely free. And a lot of the links on it are public domain. But the people that call into office hours are in the program. And if there is going to be any marketing or any chance for you to observe what this program is like once you're in it, this is a first step, because you will be able to hear rider trainers who have gone through who are either in the program or have gone through the program. You'll hear how they think. You'll hear how they teach, because all of them are teachers, even though I'm the teacher here in this office hours. So that is my first offer so far of outsiders getting a glimpse into this program. Please go to the website, www.basicmilitaryriding.com, if you're curious. And those of you who are in the program and listening today, eyes. Turn into a freak. Burn those lines. You guys are all doing really well with it. But I think all of you have really felt the instant effect when you commit to that and discipline yourself in it. And of course, I will help with that too. As you know, I watch very carefully and I attack any mistake. All right. Thanks for my schooling in another office hours, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.